What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So what a game, what a fantastic overall game, really. A great result for us, I should say. So that takes us to 14 unbeaten, and of course I was expecting the worst, but the team stood strong and they were resolute in terms of what we were trying to do and what we were trying to achieve. It was unfortunate that we ended up conceding a goal, but the score I'm absolutely happy with. So of course, as you may all know, the score ended up being 1-1. Let's just talk about the starting lineup. So in goal, Bernd Leno came back into the team. Right back, Hector Bellerin was fit to start the game. In the centre of defence, we had Mustafi as well as Rob Holding, and Kolasinac made a return back into the first team. In the midfield, we had Xhaka as well as Torreira, and up top we had Mkhitaryan, who was a surprise start really for me. And we had Mesut Ozil as well as Aubameyang and Lacazette. So as mentioned, you do know that the score ended up being 1-1, and personally I'm quite happy with that particular result. It takes us to 14 unbeaten in all competitions. Of course, it's quite a shame that we've ended up drawing 2 Premier League games in a row, but of all the games that we've drawn between the Crystal Palace game and the Liverpool game, this is the point I'm most happy with. Of course, in my preview I did state that we haven't won against Liverpool in a very long time. There's been a lot of draws along the way, but since 2013 or so, our record has been extremely poor against them. But today we show that we've taken strides forward, and in terms of actually competing and challenging with these bigger teams, yes, today was proof that we can certainly do that. So of course, as mentioned, Liverpool took the lead, and that was in the second half, and that was courtesy of James Milner. And essentially it was a mistake from Bernd Leno, and he just parried the ball into the path of James Milner. It was a fairly good cross from Sadio Mane, but essentially the keeper made a slight mistake, which is one of the first mistakes that he has made really this whole season. But let's talk about the first half. In the first half, we were matching Liverpool. We were matching them toe to toe in terms of if we were attacking, they were obviously attacking back. And I do believe the defence was very strong. In particular, Rob Holding put in a decent performance for me, as well as Mustafi. Really, he did put in a good shift in my opinion. He was blocking things, he was sliding in front of things, and it was an absolutely fantastic performance from those two. Hector Bellerin again covering at the back. He had a good game as well. Kolasinac, for someone who's been injured on and off this season, he did put in a decent shift, in particular going forward. He is absolutely immense. So we spoke about really as well in the preview about Granit Xhaka partnering with Lucas Torreira, and as you can see today, as soon as Torreira and Xhaka were reunited in midfield, Xhaka was performing absolutely well as well. He did have a fine game. He was helping out with Lucas Torreira. They had a good balance. If one wasn't chasing the ball, the other one was sitting, but it allowed Granit Xhaka that space to spray the ball forward and try and find passes. But my man of the match really overall, again, is Lucas Torreira. I don't know how many times we're going to speak about Lucas Torreira this season. Again, he's been the unsung hero for the day. Of course, Lacazette will get the plaudits from that goal, which we will talk about. But Lucas Torreira was immense in midfield, in particular throughout the first half and the first half of the second half itself. It was absolutely immense. He was taking the ball away from them, interceptions, didn't give Salah a lot of breathing space, really. He was pretty much chasing down absolutely everything. And what I've noticed really with his style of play is he seems to draw a lot of fouls from the opposition players. And again, that was the case today. He was drawing a lot of fouls out of them. But apart from that, his job that he did today was absolutely immense. And again, to me, he's the unsung hero. He's the player that we've been missing for a very long time. Of course, when he joined, the expectations were extremely high. And he is certainly meeting those expectations. Today was yet again another bit of proof to show that he can meet those expectations. So of course, Liverpool did have also a goal ruled out, which we were quite lucky really to get away with, and that was Mane's goal in the first half. It was a chip from Firmino. The defence was nowhere to be seen, trying to play the offside trap, and Mane was actually offside, truthfully speaking. So essentially we did get lucky to get away with that particular decision from the officials, and that goal was certainly ruled out. It did not count. Of course, we did have a number of chances, and in the first half, Aubameyang was absolutely immense in my opinion. Why he got took off, I don't know, but when he did get taken off, things did certainly change. You could also see that he wasn't happy with being taken off by the manager, but the manager again got his substitutions spot on. So he used all 3 substitutions eventually. Danny Welbeck came on, Ramsey came on, and Iwobi came on onto the pitch as well. And as soon as we reverted back to the 2 up top with Welbeck and Lacazette, things started to change. Liverpool started to be a bit shaky, but what a finish from Alexandre Lacazette. What an absolute finish. You thought when he took the ball out wide, he'd obviously overrun it and the chance had gone begging, but he had the skill and the agility to actually finish it off. He rounded the ball around Gomez. The keeper was in no man's land and he actually found the back of the net. And again, what an absolute finish. He's making a very, very good case for him going forward for France. Of course, we know that he was left out of the World Cup squad, but what a great finish from Lacazette, and that's exactly what we needed. This result is exactly what we needed moving forward. So as I said, really, if we want to keep the pressure up, we will certainly not need to drop points against these kind of teams. So that leaves us lying in 4th with 23 points. Liverpool are on 27 points now, which leaves us 4 points adrift off of them. Of course, Man City are still to play. Tottenham are still to play as well. So we will certainly see how the table rounds up at the end of the weekend. But again, fantastic, fantastic result. Extremely, extremely happy with the team. Now we march on. Of course, we've got the Europa League game to navigate against Sporting before we go back into the Premier League. But I'm extremely, extremely happy with the game itself. Ozil had quite a quiet game, I should say. It was trying, really. It was an average performance from him, but it did certainly put in a decent shift, I should say. Would have slightly wanted a little bit more from him as our big player, but Liverpool's bigger players didn't really turn up, to be honest. Salah was fully quenched. He did have 1 or 2 opportunities, in particular towards the end when he was through on goal, and it was Rob Holding and Mustafi chasing him down, and communication was great between those 2 centre-backs, Rob Holding and Mustafi, and Rob Holding managed to cover, get rid of the ball and clear it. But again, fantastic, fantastic result. Of course, I do want to know what you guys think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.